We have
they are.
until Monday. Until Monday,
Oh,
we'll
you
find
have
that out.
today. Yeah. So you think you will make it 100?
We'll see. It's not much. We'll see. We can only see with our eyes. There's only so much we can see.
Mm-hmm. But so just for my information, is it just you guys are just targeting this liberal safe seats?
No, it just sort of sometimes ends up coming out like that.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it depends on what's available. As I mentioned before, Montreal hasn't gotten an opportunity to get a long ballot, so why not give Montreal the opportunity of having a long ballot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, hello.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad. Picking up that stuff. We're good. Hello, hi, hello, internet. Depends on what's available. As I mentioned.
Okay, okay. I think now we are live. I don't know. Okay, let
Yes,
me. So okay. So I wasn't expecting it will go live this way, but I need to change the title.
that's
So
okay.
that should be live. Um, don't know one.
We're good, Sammy.
Yeah, sorry. I think that we are still live. Okay.
That's okay. We're good.
Okay. Okay. Let's begin. Thank you very much, Donovan, to having you again on the Sami Parvez Show, and it is first time we are going live, and let's rock and roll.
That's what it's all about, Sammy. Let us rock and roll. First off, how are you doing this fine Sunday?
I'm doing fantastic as I have you, so everything is fine for me. And how are you doing?
You know what? I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm ill. I might be a little bit sick. It's that time of year for school. You
Yeah.
know, you're trying to prep stuff. You're trying to figure it all out. So I'm a little bit bleh, but you know, that's the way it goes. You know, you get used to not doing a lot over the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wake up and you're ready to go again. So
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, and yeah, and what's happening around you or around the nation?
yeah, you know, of course, CFL. It's
Mm-hmm.
the wonderful, the greatest sports time.
Yeah.
There's lots of wacky things happening. Did you watch any CFL stuff, Sammy, the last little bit?
No, unfortunately, on this season, I did not. Even though I'm not following them. Yesterday, I had John from British Columbia. He was saying about this BC Lions game. You know, like, but unfortunately, they lost it. Sorry, John. Yeah. But I did not follow. But like I think last night I checked the score. They lost it. Yeah,
Yes,
I
no,
yeah.
there's been a lot of controversy too because there's been lots of injuries. What are you if you there's been a lot of injuries taking place, a lot of injury timeout, which is quite irritating. And then of course, the Rouge came into effect. Do you know what the Rouge is,
No.
Sammy? So in the CFL, you kick, and if you miss, but it goes past the end zone, you get 1 point. And the Toronto Argonauts beat the Saskatchewan Roughriders by 1 point via the Rouge, and everybody's talking about if it's good or not. I like it. It's Canadian football at its finest. Um, it is what the sport is all about.
Mm-hmm.
What else is
Yeah,
happening? Uh,
and
the uh,
yeah,
the
and
the Edmonton Elks have got a
mm-hmm.
win streak going. They're going to be going against the Montreal Alouettes in about 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And the best team in the league going against what is kind of the worst, but they're better. They've won 3 straight. So we'll see if Edmonton can do it. The Blue Bombers are doing well. The West is really bad, but the bad teams are playing good. It's a beautiful thing, Sammy. That's what the CFL is all about.
So should we expect anything from Saskatchewan Roughriders? There, wherever I will live, so I'm a big fan of Riders.
They are they're kind of middling right now.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost a lot. They had that tie. They're kind of like losing games in heartbreaking fashion, which is so good because they were like the top team in the West. They had only lost, I think, one game. They went 5-1, and now they've lost or tied their last 4 games. So not too optimal if we're looking at momentum.
Mm-hmm.
But so we'll see what happens there. But everything else, yeah, it's all in God's hands, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is in God's hands.
Yeah. And I have always noticed like Canadians are more they watch more American football. What they call it. What American football is called that
Oh,
league.
and at the NFL, the
And
National
NFL,
Football
yeah,
League.
they
Yeah,
are more fan of NFL than CFL. Do you think so?
that's kind of the way it goes, Sammy. Unfortunately, that is the NFL has the marketing budget.
Mm-hmm.
When Buffalo occasionally will play a preseason game in Toronto,
Yeah.
and then Buffalo ends up or Toronto ends up selling out and all that jazz. So unfortunately, it is what we got. Not nothing. It is the way it goes. The
Mm-hmm.
NFL has a big budget. It has more flashy stars, big players,
Yeah.
um, which is unfortunately what the CFL is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
But the CFL game, of course, on a bigger field, more fast, lots more passing, a lot of more dynamic stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that, if you got to keep on trucking. Everybody keeps saying the CFL is going to die, but it keeps
Um,
on trucking along. And that's what we got to keep our focus on, Sammy.
mm-hmm. And but so what's your prediction on who will left this time, Greg Cup?
I gotta. The Elks are pulling it all together, Sammy, and I've got to root for my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
Northern Alberta, Edmonton Elks. They have a new
Mm-hmm.
owner. Things are
Mm-hmm.
things are looking good. They're winning games,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you want. You want the momentum. Sure, they're going against the best team in the league tonight,
Yeah.
but I think you got to have faith. No,
Mm-hmm.
you got to keep the faith, Sammy. You got to
Yeah.
keep the faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think that's it for sports and entertainment. Let's jump to politics. So we know like we have a by-election is coming up on September 16, but we also have a cabinet retreat. Like Liberal Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his caucus will be meeting from tomorrow in Halifax for a cabinet retreat, and some MPs are calling there should be a big shuffle, like there should be lots of changes. But I was reading CBC report which are saying one MP said that Justin Trudeau should resign, like, but it is unexpected. I don't think he's going to resign, but maybe this Montreal by-election maybe push him out, but we don't expect it. But what changes could happen, and what do you take from it?
Yeah, I think it will have. It'll probably. It's tough to say. It is kind of a critical moment before the last. The Parliament is still out. Doesn't come back till mid-September, and so you can't help but expect there to be. I would imagine pushing more new faces,
Mhm.
and hopefully prepping a new successor for the Libs. You would expect that. I don't think Trudeau is going to step down. I think, particularly with how kind of tenuous everything is with this rail strike,
Mhm.
if you switch leaders now, I think the NDP would definitely call an election
Yeah.
because that's their moment of weakness. Hey, there's somebody different. We can kind of hop on that.
Mhm.
and so that kind of throws the whole thing into a bit of a thing, a little bit of
Mhm.
a. So I think there will be a new cabinet. I think it's like a very vastly different cabinet. I could see him pushing up some backbenchers and some people that are pretty green
Mhm.
in terms of like new ability, and and then yeah, like and seeing yeah, there'll be a lot of new faces in the cabinet, and I think that we will be. But I still think Trudeau will stick around. I think it's still. But I could be wrong. It could be a completely new leader. They could leave and they'll have a brand new government. It'll be a brand new party led
Mhm.
by Dominic LeBlanc. I don't know. Could be anybody. So
Yeah, he is very interested. Like last time, Globe and Mail also reported that he's planning to run, like, but he declined and he said he's supporting Trudeau, but no one knows what will come up. This is how politics work, and what we see on our southern border, John F. Kennedy Jr. He suddenly drop out. He did not drop out from his campaign, but he suspended his campaign and then endorsed a Republican nominee, uh, Donald Trump. It was a sudden movement, though he was keep saying that he will stay on the ballot until the next election. But it suddenly he walked away from his own comments, and maybe it was expected before because he won't make any impact on the ballot, though he has a great support. But all the mainstream media is just focusing two parties, Republican and Democrats, and he also complained many times that he's not being given a good coverage. And that is another case. Also, he was not allowed in the first presidential debate. That I don't think he was also. It means he was also not eligible for the rest of the presidential debates.
yeah, and you're right, Sammy. That anything can change in politics, right? Like you could sit down just to look at RFK, and I know that Dominic LeBlanc says, "Yeah, I'm going to support Trudeau," but that's what Kamala Harris said about Joe Biden's our guy. Lots of Democrats said, "Yeah, no, this is our fella. We're running him all the way. He is going to beat Donald Trump." Right now, that's sort of the same thing with the Trudeau liberals. The ones that want him to stay as leader, they're going to say it because you don't want to sit down and it's not like we're hearing in the caucus the exact names of people that are calling for Trudeau to resign, right?
Mhm.
You're not seeing like a list of people. Everybody, there's just the rumblings, there's a couple of faces that pop up, but everybody is saying he's our guy until he's not. And then
Yeah,
all of a sudden it all goes, and then that's exactly how it'll be, right? Trudeau's going to lead them until the next election,
yeah.
but all it takes is him to step down, and then everyone says, "I never liked Justin Trudeau," and you're like, "Perfect, good, it's a beautiful thing." Everybody's kind of spineless in politics.
Yeah, and this could be an advantage for liberals, because if Trudeau would step down, so they may bring a new leader. Maybe he or she could change the things, and what Mr. Kinsella was with me like in back in June. Yeah, he said he also predicted that Biden will go and Trudeau will go too. But Biden stepped down, but still Trudeau is there. But he said if Trudeau would step down, then these conservatives have no it means planned attack on the new leader. So what will you do then? Like right now you are keep attacking Trudeau because he has a poor record. He has 9 years. Like if Dominic or somebody else or Mark Carney, if he would become a leader, so it means they have a strong. Maybe they would have a strong mandate.
Yeah, well, that's you can look at what's happening in the states with Kamala Harris, where all of a sudden it's like Trump is saying that this is unfair because you can't go after Sleepy Joe anymore. All the ads are attacking Joe Biden and how old he is and how old he is. All the attacks, everybody's attacks were on Biden.
Mhm.
And now it's they have to completely refresh. They have to stop and it caught them flat-footed. And I do think the conservatives have a bit. I think that they're still prepared for that. I think that just because there's so many that you can just tie everybody to Justin Trudeau, right? Like there's so many. It's like anybody that was in the cabinet could be tied to this is Justin Trudeau's fault. This is, you know, all that stuff. So that becomes a whole entirely new issue. But it would be smart because you know for a fact that they are going heavily after Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau is the guy that's like locked in, right? So yeah, I think it'll be neat to see what comes out of this caucus retreat. I'm quite thrilled to see it, particularly because summer is always so boring in politics. It's always there's nothing happening, and now stuff is happening, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just want to, yeah, I don't know, I'm not, okay, yeah. Okay, I just want to give a shout to Adam Smith. I think he gave a comment there, like he said he's watching. He will be there.
He's the biggest. Adam is the biggest fan.
Yeah,
Sammy,
thank
Adam
you
is
so
a
much, Adam.
lifelong. He's huge.
Yeah, I already told you that if Adam is interested to joining us, maybe he can join us on the next week, our weekly show.
We'll see. I can try to. I'll wag the keys to see if he'll jingle them and get him on board. That would be pretty exciting. You
Yes,
ask me,
yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. Yeah, and yeah, and now things are changing in the US politics, you know, like Kamala Harris is a huge lead. And but right now we don't know like what will happen in the next few weeks because John F. Kennedy like endorsed Trump. So maybe the numbers would change, but still we don't know, and we don't know what will happen on November 3rd because everyone predicted back in 2016 that Hillary Clinton will win, but suddenly things changed and Trump won. You know, like everyone was shocked, and no one was predicting it.
Yeah, 3 months in politics is about 7 years of stuff can happen in that time, right? And they always
Yeah.
talk about, you know, all it takes is just like what do they call it? The October surprise, right? That is the month
Mm.
where all of a sudden, oh no, we found evidence of Kamala Harris was watching tracking emails, and then everything kind of falls apart, right? So you got to
Mhm.
always be aware of that. But yeah, right now Kamala Harris does have the big lead, and I think it's leveling out now.
Mhm.
Trump has a solid base of support, so he usually stays pretty solid.
Mm.
He'll always have that. I think it's like 43%. Like that 43% is like ride or die. He will be there. They will be there regardless what happens. And as I said, time's 3 months. It's a long time politics. So anything can happen in that time. Less than 3 months now.
Mhm. Okay. Uh, yeah, and now let's talk about longest ballot. You know, like I just calculated. I think there were 84. No, not 84. 87. I think candidates are there, if I'm not wrong, right
Yeah,
now.
I think it's getting yeah. Or it's yeah, it's somewhere. I don't I think Toronto is still the biggest. I think, but it's like right behind it.
Mm.
And then but there's still tomorrow.
Mhm.
There can always be approvals because you got to get it in by noon, I
Mhm.
think. And then they approve it. So if you get it in, and then it takes like another couple days or so. So we'll see. Will it hit 100? I don't know. Could could not. Um, will it break Toronto? Who knows? Could be.
So I can confirm. So for now, like 87 candidates have been nominated. You know, like list of candidates are on the on the Canadian website. Okay, I can share this one, and whoever is watching it, so they can see what we have shared. Yeah. Oh, I was just calculating this. Okay, there we go. Can you see the screen?
I cannot. Oh, wait, we beat the Toronto record. Yes,
Yeah,
we have beaten the Toronto record.
yeah.
We beat it. Hip hip hooray. I just got a text. I think we're being also watched by our good friends from the long ballot. So yes, I can see the screen now.
Thank you, longest wallet, for watching us. You like I contacted them, like I said, they also mentioned they are biggest fan of Sami
Yeah,
Parvez.
Sammy, people love you. It's not me.
Thank
People
you.
don't care about this. People
Yes.
care about that. Like people love you. You are the you've got charisma. It's so good. You are beautiful. Let's have a look. Let's look at this list. Oh, it's so
Oh,
this real bat Rhino Martel. This is outrageous. This is beautiful. Look at how this is wonderful. I don't understand why people hate this. You
yes.
get choice. You can learn about people. You can reach out to people. This is wonderful. This is great. It's not even like look at this. Think about how jealous you have to. I am Grand Prairie Mackenzie, and
Mhm.
we get like 4 people, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Look at this. This, Sammy, is
Mhm.
what democracy is
Yeah,
all
your
about.
friend Sebastian. Sebastian is running from like Rhino Party. I
Yes,
thought might be he's going to run as an independent.
it depends. If he can try to find someone that lives there, he'll give it to them. But if somebody doesn't want to take it, then he will wear that because he is the true dealer of
Mhm.
the rhinoceros party. There, I am. Alexandra and I both have websites. That's
Oh,
a beautiful thing.
Donovan is there, folks. If you are watching, I would encourage you to vote for Donovan. I'm little bit being biased towards my friend, my
A little
buddy.
bit, but that's okay. That's okay. It's fine to be a bit biased.
Yeah, I would encourage to just get out and vote. And if you want to vote, vote for Donovan to give him a chance to represent Cuba, like Quebecers from in Alberta, man.
Yeah, mon français, très bien. That's some people love my accent.
Mhm.
Some Quebecers have been thrilled with my accent. And I'm pretty pleased about that. Look at this. It's we got John Turmel. Yes. Let's go. John
Who
the
is this guy?
engineer. He is a legend. Do you know him, Sammy?
No, I never heard him. I saw today longest ballot. They posted his name. I was surprised why
Legend.
why there is the engineer. I need to
He
look at
is he
yeah.
is a legend.
Maybe I need him on my show. And this Mario Stocco was there like couple of days ago, and we were talking too much a lot, but you are the main character of our discussion.
That's huge. I love that. Love it. Well,
Donovan, are you there?
hello. Hi. Can you hear me? Hello.
Donovan,
Did I drop?
Donovan is there.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah, now I can hear you. I was not
Sorry,
hearing you
sorry.
before.
I dropped a little bit. No, do you know who you don't
No,
know
it's
John
okay.
Turmel?
No, I don't know. As I was saying that I heard from Longest Ballot they tweeted about his name. He was there, but I was surprised why it is John Turnell, the engineer.
He has the record for the most elections run
Mm.
in Guinness World Record in any
Wow.
democracy. He's
Oh,
run in over 100 elections. And
wow.
he is a beautiful man that wants to abolish taxes, wants
Mhm.
to bring in social credit. He is a beautiful, he's smart. Out of
Mhm.
everybody here, he's an engineer.
Yeah.
I'm not. And so he's smarter than me. He might be
Mhm.
the smartest person on this ballot, and that's a big ballot. So I'm pretty pleased to see John Turmel's there. He's a beaut. You should try to talk to him. I think you'd like him.
Yeah, I think I need to invite John. I need there is no information. Maybe you can get me in touch with him.
I'll do my best. I'll talk with the long ballot and send that information because I think you would love to
Mhm.
talk to John. He is a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah. And someone tweet like gave a comment on my videos, yeah, last night, I think it was, who said that he is just angry. He received a flyer from liberal, but he does not want to vote for them. I said, we have like longest ballot, and there were like 8 candidates appeared on the Sami Parvez show. Maybe I told them that you need to listen any of those one, and then think about who are you going to vote.
That's good. I love that. Like that's what it's about. Look at this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never been happier to see democracy.
Yeah,
I think
and
yeah, Canadian Future Party, we have new parties, we have
yeah,
old parties. We've
yeah,
got everybody. It's beautiful. And I said, people can get mad.
yeah.
I'm sorry that you are getting an overwhelming bucket of democracy. This is the tree, Sami. Remember the tree. It is a beautiful tree that
Yeah.
people are building tree houses on, and tree houses take time to grow. And
Mhm,
like, if you don't use nitrogen,
mhm.
right? Think about this. A ballot is just a tree.
Yeah.
Trees need nitrogen,
Mhm,
right?
mhm. Yeah.
Look at the amount of nitrogen here. The
Yeah.
candidates are the nitrogen, and we are growing this tree
Mhm.
very quickly, and I love it. It's so beautiful. I'm I'm tearing up. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you. Yeah, it is great. Yeah, let's see what will happen on election night, like uh but so now I do option. I don't know like how. I don't know. Now I'm struggling to.
that's okay. We're all struggling in life, Sami.
Okay, stop share. Okay, here we go.
Whoa, we got lots of questions while you're figuring this out from Adam. Adam, ahoy, gentlemen. The best things in life are free, but you can also add a guy named Sami. Sami, you're the best thing in life. That is true.
Thank you.
Donovan, you run in a lot of elections across the nation. Would you consider yourself a pole dancer? You bet. I do. I do dance on a lot of poles, Adam. You're so funny. Yeah, I'd like to hear that podcast. Of course, that's what life is all about. Sami, do you ever think about interviewing non-political people to open
Yeah,
up your podcast? He
I
wants
do.
to interview you, Adam.
Yeah, Adam, I need you to be here. And yeah, and I'm looking for non-political folks as well. I think I did. Yeah, yeah, I need non-political people too, but I don't think anyone is interested to appearing on the Sami Parvez show. And I think you are the greatest fan of Sami Parvez show.
It's very true. It's very true. And which candidates are the phosphorus and potassium? That's a good question. Nice. So I think all the independents and no affiliation are the nitrogen. I think phosphorus would be the fringe parties, and potassium is sort of the regular parties, your conservatives and liberals. So I think that would be probably where we're at, and it's a perfect balance right now. This is some good fertilizer we're having here, Adam.
Mhm. We will line up something big, big. Thing.
Big fan. He's a big fan, so that's great. I love it.
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
it.
It means a lot for me, Adam.
That's the work you're doing. You bring people joy, Sami.
Yeah.
You're the Santa Claus of Canadian politics.
Uh, you honored me.
I'm honored. Yeah, but I am honored.
Maybe we may again we went out. Okay. Yeah. Donovan, are you there? I
I
think
am.
yes. Yeah, I don't
Hello.
know. Yeah. It's suddenly okay. Yeah, I'm looking something else. I'm looking it from my YouTube.
It's okay. We're bouncing back and we're figuring it out. This is our first one. This is episode one, The Odd Couple. The Odd Couple,
The
episode one. It's going to be a
yeah,
little rough. Everything's
yes,
rough. Saturday Night Live was rough. The first
yes,
episode. Then they made it.
yeah.
That's
And
I'm Chevy Chase. You're Sami Parvez. It's
mhm.
beautiful.
And would you commit that up you are appearing on by-election night?
I can appear if we can cover it, Sami. You and I, we can do it live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we can do it. Yeah, now yeah. Oh God. Now I did something.
Sammy's gone. Oh no, Adam,
No,
yes, the
I'm
live.
here, like, but my video is gone because yeah, okay.
There you are. This is
Yeah,
great. We're
I
having
was
fun.
doing something else. Yeah, and I'm looking forward for doing it on by-election night. I'm wondering if Adam would join us or anyone from longest ballot.
I think there'll be a lot going on. I'm going to be doing a couple shows, but Sammy, if you want to run it, I'll come in and I'll jump out, come in and jump out, and Adam can stick around. And Adam, yes, this is a live show that is weekly. Where our goal is weekly, so we will do everything we can. But if I'm not available, Adam, you could certainly come in and hang out with our good friend Sammy. I think
Mhm.
that you'd fit right in like a beautiful glove.
Thank you. And yeah, and uh, I think yeah, and one thing I just want to mention, like you appeared on a radio radio show or something like that, and how did they find through like on the Sami Parvez show, or maybe they know you from being very active on
Those,
the.
I think they were looking. Obviously, it's odd having an Albertan who is
Mhm.
running as an independent Albertan, like a proud independent Albertan. So I think it helps having my website on the Elections Canada page. I think they just clicked it and saw it and thought that it would be an interesting person to talk to. They probably emailed the long ballot folks as well. Oh, yes. I look forward to meeting the man. Will the by-election stream go to 6 a.m.? Because the results, Sammy, might be a bit long to get
Yes,
the
it
results.
it will be a challenging. I think I must accept that challenge and do a live on by-election night. And
Yeah.
now the ball is in Donovan court and Adam court and rest of the candidate. Would you accept my challenge to appearing on the Sami Parvez show?
Oh,
We can
Sammy.
go as long as we will get the final result.
Oh my goodness. Sammy, I will do my best. But I do have a job
Mhm,
that is about early mornings, but it might be very funny going in very tired.
mhm,
So that could be thrilling. But yes, I will. Let's see. We'll see how far we can go. We might be the only one. Everyone might watch us. And I think that would be very great.
mhm.
Uh, we would be the only one because I think everybody's going to pass out. CBC gave up at like 11 p.m. They were like, "This is stupid." So if we can make it to 6, I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think we will do it. Yeah, as long as you have time. I know, like you need to go to school on the next morning.
Oh,
You have a
whatever.
job.
There's
Um,
some bigger things. There's
mhm.
bigger things in life than the youth, their
Yeah,
education. The
hmm,
Sami Parvez show is an education.
yeah. This is Thomas. I think is it the same Thomas who is you were
My
uh
official agent?
yeah.
Possibly. Who knows? I don't
Yeah.
know. I just see Thomas.
I also think I found him on Twitter, so I send a message to him. If he's there, Thomas, I need you here.
Well, it looks like everybody, we're getting the whole crew's coming together. I think that's nice.
It will be fun, like bringing up like 874 folks.
Yeah. And there's still time too, right? Like I told you that Monday, it's Monday at noon is when you can get your stuff in. And then there'll be stuff that'll be approved. Like when I ran in Edmonton Center, I got my stuff in at like 11:30 or it's either 11 or 12, but I got it in like about a half hour before it was due to close. And and Thomas can pop in great. But yeah, I got in at about half an hour and then they approved me like a day later. So it takes time. It took time, and so we'll see what happens with this.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Thomas, you can email me if you would like to get in. Like my email address is there. Like I can send you some ways at
All
gmail.com. You
all
can
is good.
you can email. So we can figure out.
We'll see how we can make it grow. If people want to pop in now, people want to pop in before. Who knows? People can get this party popping. That's what life's about.
Yeah, next time if someone just wants to pop in, so I will make it alternative way, and you can just shoot me an email if you want to appear on the live next weekly live show. So definitely I will let you in, and you can also have a chat with us.
Perfect. The more speakers, the better. Adam asked two things: Elks, Alouettes tonight predictions. I think the Elks are going to win by 2 rouges against the Alouettes. It'll be a 6-4 game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. What do you think, Sammy? Do you think the Edmonton Elks are going to beat the Montreal Alouettes?
Montreal.
You think Montreal's got it?
So I don't know, like I just take I don't have great experience with respect to teams, like I always take the name. I prefer Montreal than Edmonton.
That's
I
fair.
will take it in that sense. Sorry, please don't mind if anyone is a fan of Edmonton.
That's okay. That's okay. And then Adam also asked, do either of you believe in the undestroyed Avro arrow? Sammy, I'll leave that to you to start. Do you believe that there is a perfect working Avro arrow hidden somewhere?
Sorry, I did not understand that.
Oh, the Avro arrow. You don't know what the Avro arrow is?
No.
It was Canada's supposed to be Canada's big jet back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
long time ago.
Yep.
The Diefenbaker, the big crew, the Avro Arrow, a beautiful thing, could take on anything, and then suddenly was destroyed. All
Oh.
the plans of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Adam believes that there is a perfectly working Avro Arrow somewhere hidden that hasn't been destroyed. Do you think that Canada kept one of the Avro Arrows that's
Maybe.
working, this jet? Do you think it's hidden somewhere?
Maybe. So in what time, like in back in like during World War II?
Oh no. So it's back in it was made by Avro Canada 50s, 1950s, 50 like late 50s
Mm-hmm.
was the flight, and then I think it was destroyed like 6 months later.
Why?
So that's the big thing, right? People are like, well, why was it destroyed? So some people will say, well, it was a jet that was designed in such a way to intercept other jets, but with the rise of missiles and stuff, that kind of gets useless with intercontinental ballistic missiles, particularly for sort of stuff like that with dogfighting. So Diefenbaker decided to just halt it. Uh, Everything was destroyed. Big controversy. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Still there. Avro
I don't
Canada
have
no
any
longer
great
exists.
information about this one. We can discuss this one, Adam, whenever we will have you. And if you have time, later today or tomorrow, I can have you. I
Perfect.
have always time.
I think an Adam and Sammy historical Canada hour would be a delight.
Wow. You can please type that message. I need to copy it. Yeah, so I can bring you in, Adam, so we can talk about this one, and you need to do some research. Maybe you already have great information with respect to that, so we can come to a conclusion on that on that show.
Sammy, do you have anything else on the? I think we kind of everything's kind of it's said there's not a whole lot to talk about politically right now because everybody's kind of off. I think
Yeah,
the only thing I can think of is of course the big rail strike.
yeah,
That
rail strike. Yeah, you already brought it up, and it went out of my mind. Yeah, so are you in rush for leaving or?
no, I'm still good, Sammy. We can talk strike. We can talk about because that's really the only big thing federally I can think of is
Mhm.
the strike.
Yeah,
Uh,
so yeah, we know like so like I think liberal government commanded uh, tribunal group to I think they came to a conclusion to force these workers get back to work, and then we have also NDP, NDP's Jagmeet Singh, who is a big supporter of workers, but it is not supporter
Unions,
of
yeah.
workers, unions, like this is not a way. I don't know, with someone, yesterday I was talking with someone from Saskatchewan. He was the former uh, leader of the Green Party of Saskatchewan. He said that nowadays NDP is not that NDP what it was. So, but we don't feel like they are not standing up for the workers anymore, and what we see. And yeah, now please jump in and with respect to national rail strike.
Well, yeah, it's so like obviously that's really the big thing is what the NDP are going to do because right now they're the only ones propping up the Liberals. The Liberals forced the arbitration, and that's been approved. So that means that the striking workers are kind of at the whims of this tribunal. That becomes a big issue, right? Because now whatever result comes from it is come what be. Now, of course, the big problem is that the Liberals decided to extend the 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 CN because typically it's always been CN would have their contract negotiations. Next year would be CP, then back and forth. But then CN extended it, so they're happening at the exact same time. And of course, the deals aren't working out there. So yeah, the ball is in Singh's court, but he's kind of it's a lose-lose situation because if he takes the Liberals
Mhm,
down, the Conservatives are going to hop on the
mhm,
fact that they've been pro-worker, but bigger is that
mhm,
they'll take down the pharmacare and dental plan. And then it's as if Jagmeet Singh did absolutely nothing the last 4 years, right? And
mhm.
so if he
Yep.
stays, everybody will tear him apart for keeping the libs going. Um, but you can
Mhm,
keep that pharmacare and dental care going that extra year and it becomes harder to get rid of. So we'll see what happens.
mhm. Yeah, and I don't think so. Jagmeet Singh threatened, but no one trusts what Jagmeet Singh says. Like he just says. And there was a funny video got viral recently that Jagmeet Singh is holding a bag of apple, calling them potatoes.
To
They
be
made a
fair,
joke of
to,
it,
to be
like, but
fair,
no one trusts you, man.
to be fair on that is that as somebody who's been speaking French a lot more, apples are called pomme de terre, which is apples of the earth. And so it is a little confusing when you're
Yeah.
trying to go between French and English, French and English, French and English. I could see why he might have called apples potatoes because they are like that in that language. But yes, no, it is. It's a tough thing. Do you trust him? Do you not trust him?
Mhm.
Etc.
But yeah, like so that is just was a funny, like they just need a reason to mock Singh and Trudeau, and sometimes just the opponent also comes against uh Pierre Pouliot and the
Yeah.
other conservative MPs, but it means that the thing is the trust. Yes, we have lost the trust in NDP, uh as you are keep complaining, as the polls showing that yeah, we are sick of this liberal government, and like everything is in crisis, housing crisis, cost of living, unemployment, and and like crime rates are too high, and healthcare, and rest of the other thing, whatever you think about the necessities, like for living standard. But after 9 years of Justin Trudeau, this is what's happening. And I'm not a fan of conservative either, I'm not a fan of anyone. So 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 when you are coming to complain about this liberal government, I'm just telling Jagmeet Singh, like he keeps like complaining, but you are the one who is propping up liberal government. Why don't you uh, dissolve this parliament by proposing a motion, like we lost the trust in this government. Yeah, dissolve the parliament, let's go another election, let's go to the poll, let the Canadians decide who they want to elect. This
Yeah,
is simple. This is what happens
it
in a
is.
democratic world like Canada.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Sammy, I'll be right back. You can chat with Adam. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure. Yeah, yes, Adam, thank you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can take your time, please, and thank you very much. I'm just looking what Adam is saying. That's super what April. Yeah. Have either of you ever done the rails? No, we did not do work in rail industry. Maybe you did. But 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 with respect to government, like in NDP, like there is also. But I spoke with multiple people. There were politicians, analysts, and journalists who also believe. Except two of them told me they don't believe Jagmeet Singh is propping up a liberal government for the sake of his pension. But rest of them said no. Jagmeet Singh is keeps propping up liberal government for the sake of his pension. Like this is very clear. Why do we have an agreement? So just keep propping up liberal government. Could be one vacation history of YRL could be a discussion. Yeah, absolutely, Adam. It would be great to have you, as you have great knowledge about rail, and the other one you mentioned, uh, the arrow, like the jet, which was destroyed. Yeah, so we will have, and Donovan already told me, like, I think Donovan came in Ontario. He visited me. Back then, he also mentioned about you that you have a great fan whose name is Adam. I told him that if Adam is interested, you can join me on the Sami Parvez show. And I don't know, like whenever you will have time, so you can join me as I shoot you. I sent you my email, so you can send me an email. Did you know Donovan is quite interesting? No, I was not aware about Donovan is quite interest in air flight. He never mentioned it until you brought it up today. So I need to ask him about these things. And yeah, I do understand the rail is transportation is backbone of the nation, but the workers needs, right? And what do you think, Adam? If you give a comment, like, do you think is this a strike is legit? Is it for the sake of workers' right and safety, or it is just because of these unions executives just need more money? And also, I just want to bring up, we will have like two by-election. The Montreal one is more like being discussed as compared to, we have also another by-election in Winnipeg, where there are very few numbers of candidates are running, basically from just major parties, including Green and People's Party, and no one is focusing on that election. I don't know, like, as I have asked many times, longest ballot candidates, are you just uh, taking, you would say, the safest seat of the liberals, but I was told no, this is not the case. But as Donovan said earlier, that they just want to give a shot to Montreal, as they've already given shots in other places. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, like here are Elmwood, Transcona, like in Winnipeg, Manitoba. There will be another by-election there on September 16, and we have just six candidates are running there, and there is no independent candidate like People's Party, NDP, Greens, Liberal, Conservative, and Canadian Future Party, which was just launched recently. And this is another by-election. It is a old seat for New Democrats, but we don't have any. I would say there is no media attention on this, and the the all focusing is on the Montreal by-election because of just thanks to longest ballot.
Oh, Sammy, I'm back.
Okay, thank you for being back. Sami, are you going to introduce the live chat field on the video?
We're
I'm not
learning.
sure if so. I have a question here. Strike may be legit, but I fear there may be eventual. So I don't know, like if it will show up there. But I don't know how it will work because like my video is connected through Zoom. So if I would do another, if I would use another tool or software, so there I think these chats would be shown. I
We'll
don't.
we'll figure it out. There's
Mhm.
going to be some stuff, right? It's our first one. Sorry, I had to
Yeah.
talk to my principal.
Mhm. Oh,
She
okay.
was waving at
Mhm.
me, and I was like, "Uh-oh." So, but yeah, no, we're learning, Adam. We're figuring it out. We're
Yeah.
slowly figuring.
Mhm. Yeah, it is our first show. And if you watch our very first video, so you know how we were. So now how we are we are improving day by day.
That's what
Yeah,
it's all.
and Adam was mentioning that you have great interest or information about flights,
I love the planes. I love
planes.
I
Yeah.
have a flight tracker on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I see a plane flying overhead, well, in Grand Prairie, I'm well aware of some of the flights about timing wise. I know if it's a cargo jet coming from Anchorage, or if it's and usually it's Anchorage to Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's coming from Japan to Chicago. So I love tracking. I like seeing all the planes flying overhead, and Grand Prairie has lots of that.
Wow.
It's a pretty big thing. But I love air flight. I like planes. They're
Mm-hmm.
just pleasant.
Mm-hmm. And so can you like track a prime minister plane?
Yep. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Um,
So do I need to pay for it or it is a free software? Because I tried, I could not do it. I think there was something like free, but they did something like to make it more secure that everyone cannot track a prime minister plane like
so
RCA. I think they explained.
yeah, they've made it harder to track, but there's you can tell by what plane is leaving Ottawa,
Mm-hmm,
sort of the type the Learjet that he takes.
mm-hmm,
It's not common to see a Learjet leaving Ottawa, and
mm-hmm,
so they might take away. They typically will take away like the flight number,
mm-hmm,
but they keep what the plane is,
mm-hmm.
and so you can see the Learjet flying and taking off from Ottawa. You know that that is more than likely the prime minister, and then you sort of can follow it going across this beautiful country.
Mhm. But is it because of his security or is it because many people are just showing up in a protest? I don't think this is security, you know.
I think, well, it's weird because it was happening around that same time that people were tracking like Elon Musk and all that
Mhm.
jazz.
Yep.
So that becomes, I think it's a combination of both, right? It becomes kind of like a headache too when, for instance, he flew from Ottawa to Kingston.
Mhm.
That's like a 30-minute flight. It's like an hour drive, an hour and a half. And yet, you fly there and that becomes a big headache. So there could be a little bit of that, a little bit of covering it, a little bit of making it work, but
Mhm.
security.
Yeah, it is a great like waste of taxpayer money. I always talks about this one, like and I don't know, like I put a question on Twitter that how much this so-called cabinet retreat would cost to taxpayer for 3 days.
Yeah, there's always going to be taxpayer, right? There's always going to be that. I think you'd have that with any cabinet retreat. I doubt that. But I'd be curious to see how much it costs. I think they'll hopefully they mention it.
Mhm.
Things cost money, Sammy. That's unfortunately the way the world works.
Yep. So yeah, on to the feed. Whatever thing. Okay, so I think I answered your question, Adam. So I'm using my laptop and it is connected with my cell phone. So I'm watching all the comments through my laptop. So I need to, but I cannot show them here. I don't know. If there is another software now, now I forgot its name. I used it, but that one will bring those comments on front, like people can see them. But I don't know.
I said we're learning, and soon
Yeah.
we'll figure something out. There's
Mhm.
probably like some program or whatever that'll have
Yeah.
everything on there, and then we'll format it, and it'll look really cool. And then we'll cheer and be happy, and everyone will be happy. That's always good.
Mhm. Yeah. And what more we have?
Said not a lot. There's not a lot happening right now. Everything's kind of waiting. BC elections are taking, but like everybody's kind of September is going to be busy. I think September there'll be a lot of stuff to talk about. Of course, the
Mhm.
October surprise in the United States, whatever happens then.
Yeah.
Is RFK going to be the new VP? Is he going to replace Vance? That would be kind of neat. Um,
Mhm. Okay, so he's asking if need a theme song. Yeah, we do need a theme song. Like I don't know, one sent me one, but it was fine, but I did not like it for my podcast. I need
what
very
about the
simple
other
one,
one?
like
I sent
pardon.
two. I
Yeah,
sent two.
like you sent two. The first one, like I think that was much better, but it is more like movie sound than a podcast one. Like
But like
how
this is
sound.
thrilling, Sammy. We're thrilling. That's like ba 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 ba. Ba.
Yeah. And Adam is also complaining, why are they running fiber optic cable in front of my house when I have no issues with my current wireless internet.
I don't know, Adam. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this.
Yeah, you need to call your city, ask them what the hell is going on.
Those jerks in Alberta call the
Yeah,
province.
I have to rewatch this to hear it. No, it is not here. He sent it on my email. Like,
You can,
we.
if you go to my Twitter and you
Mhm.
see the video that I've taken of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mr. Weathers doing the little arm thing, you'll hear the one theme, and it's beautiful.
Mhm.
So if you want to hear it, I'll post it. I'll post them. We'll see what the people say, Sammy. Maybe the people love the music.
Yeah,
Maybe the people
maybe
are
it
going
is
to go like,
very
this is
music.
amazing. I'll post both.
Mhm. Yep. No, I'm not hearing it. It seems like I don't know. Maybe you are saying something, but I'm not getting it.
Oh, sorry. No, I was kind of just doing like I was mouthing things. I was feeling like just being a silly goose. Need a fan vote on the song, Adam. I think that's correct. Well, let's see. I will compose my. I'll do a couple more. I have a couple. I'll do a couple more, and then we'll see. We'll let the fans vote.
Mhm. Yeah,
I think
that's a great idea.
that'll be a good idea. Indeed, Sammy.
Mhm.
Indeed. But yeah, not a lot to talk about right now. Everything's kind of just meandering.
Mhm.
Politically, entertainment wise, things are also kind of nothing really crazy's happening. Sports, everything's just kind of at a standstill. We missed the sports, Adam. We talked CFL, so you missed that. Uh,
Mhm. Yeah, and but you already mentioned about the CFL, like why people more watch NFL because they have more funds, like as compared to CFL.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Adam,
This is
he's
fun.
Adam is referencing the Tom Green show theme. So I'll do a cover of that. And I think it'll work. That could also work. This
Mhm,
Oh good. He'll be rewatching, so we're good. Adam
mhm.
will certainly watch and see all the CFL discussion.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Adam. I don't think anyone can watch like you, but I don't know. You have a you have a great fan of us. It's an honor and privilege for me that we have a like I have a fan like you.
A friend. He is a friend. We're all friends here. This is a friendly show.
Yes. Yeah, and I was talking with uh Stoko, like Marine Stoko, if I'm naming him correctly. He's from Waterloo. I did not know him. Like he's also a member of Rhinestro party. He mentioned that I believe he's running these social media other thing. He's working on those one. So he brought it up, and we so our main focus was you, Donovan. Like we were just talking about mostly about you, and he also said that he received more votes than Donovan in Toronto St. Paul's by-election. And yeah, and it means we brought up like then I came to realize, yes, this longest ballot brought us together, like we did not know each other. I did not know you, you did not know me, and I there were some friends like Adam and other, like we did not know each other at all, but this longest campaign brought us together. It seems like this is giving a great opportunity to come together and make friendship.
That's what life is, you know? People can sit down and say the long ballot is a waste, that it's causing these issues, but in the end, friendship and love is born from it. And I
Mhm.
think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's a tree. Remember, that tree is grown with love,
Mhm.
and that is good.
Yeah.
That is a good thing.
Mhm.
It's beautiful.
Okay, do you ever think about money? Yeah, I'm it is my dream to run once, but I need to figure out where I have a great chance to win. But now I have like I have been watching these all parties and these structures, so I have decided I should not run from any particular party. I should run as an independent candidate, but I should have a strong mandate, goals, aims, and great support, then run. Maybe I need you and Donovan to come here to do volunteer for me, then I can decide. If you
Oh,
make any
Sammy, I can be your manager. I'll be your official agent and campaign manager. I've never been an official agent before, so I
okay.
could be very good at that. Who
Mhm.
knows? Who
Yeah,
knows what I
that
could?
would be great. Yeah, maybe in 2029 election. But I'm looking like maybe if a city councillor election would be called, so I'm planning to run. Like so we had like there was a councillor, now she is a MPP from my riding, like in Kitchener West, like Kitchener Center. So I thought might be there will be an election would be called, but the city council decided no, we are going to appoint the runner-up. So then they did not call an election because for the sake of saving some taxpayers' money. But I don't think this is about taxpayer money, but bringing up a new person in the council and to who may not agree what you do.
But people, it's democracy. We need that. We need to vote. It's fun to vote. Voting is fun. It's a
Yeah.
fun time.
Mhm. And today I think it was last night news that Telegram CEO was arrested in France.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Well, for what? what did that little goofy doofy do?
Yeah. So I think the Telegram, like this is the messages are encrypted, and he was blamed like his app shares like pornography or basically child pornography.
Oh,
And other terrorism and other related things they share, and they should show them. And this is ridiculous. And he's a dual citizen. He's also Russian and French citizen. And also when Russia asked for this one, he did not share them. Yeah, I don't think this is how democracy works.
you probably shouldn't be. Well, that's we'll see what comes out of it. Obviously, that's a Pandora's box to open and see what comes out of it. I'd have to read more into it, Sammy. I've been busy, so but I'll certainly have a gander at that later, and we can discuss it perhaps next week on next week's show, because this is weekly. Reminder that Sami Parvez goes live weekly 3 Eastern. So this is episode 1. We'll continue going next week as well. Just a friendly reminder to those that are listening and watching.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. I don't know, there is another is yeah. Is there anything? Okay. Okay. I received. I will join you for the stream on Byelection night. I think this is Thomas who was watching before, and he sent a message on my Twitter.
Good. By-election night. Good. We'll say hello.
Yeah. Hello, Thomas. Thank you. Thank you so much for accepting our request. We will see what will happen on that night. But it will be a fun night.
Oh, it will be. We'll be up till 6. You'll be the only one. You will be Sammy, think about that. You'll be the one that breaks the news of who wins.
Yeah.
Everybody will be in their little beds, all toasty, woasty, and sleepy, but you will be awake, alert, enthusiastic.
Yeah, I usually like sleep like early morning, like 3, 4. Today I think I slept like 6 a.m.
Whoa!
Yeah, I was figuring out this one, like this live show, and there is something I think I'm using, like I have been a student at Queen's, so I'm using their email address and their Zoom, but it does not allow it to set up it before. So I tried my best, but I could not do it. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you believe in capital punishment?
Whoa! That's a crazy question.
I personally think, see, when the crimes come to it could be a disaster, like if someone killed too many people, if it is involved in a terrorism act where they killed many people, or just a homicide or something like that. I believe, this is my personal opinion, yeah, capital punishment should be held. But though, like Canada stopped like capital punishment, but I think it should need to be brought.
Sammy, I don't like capital. I'm not a capital punishment guy at all, because I don't want an innocent person to die. And I think that we can agree that perhaps a lot of crime is a little bit soft. When I was living in Edmonton, nothing was better. Nothing made me more happy than getting an Edmonton Police Service flyer that said, just a heads up, we've released Jonathan Jeffs, who is likely to reoffend. And then you're like, this is stupid. Why are we doing that? But as I said, I'm not a fan of it, because, if you arrest an innocent man, this also like rolls back to if our justice system is actually just, right? Our justice system is it's a legal system. And if you, because justice would be the right person gets arrested. If our system was 100% correct, then I could maybe see the death penalty being fine, capital punishment. But because of the fact that it's not perfect, or like if you look in the United States right now, Sami, how many people in death row are affluent, rich white people?
Mhm.
It's no, you're not going to have a lot.
Yes.
Because if you can afford a lawyer, you can avoid the death penalty. Meanwhile, a poor person with mental health
Yeah.
problems can't afford a good lawyer. You get a
Yeah.
public attorney. That and then is that necessarily fair? So that's why I think that we can agree that certain crimes should be punished longer. If you kill somebody, you should probably never be released again.
Yes.
But if you're found innocent, hey, I didn't do it. I didn't have a good lawyer because I was poor, and then 20
Mhm.
years later, oh, you're innocent. Then it's like, okay. And that's my 2 cents. Good
Yeah,
question,
I,
Adam.
I agree with you with respect to that sense. Yeah, there are some folks, like many folks, they cannot afford a lawyer. And I think there were some cases where people were released after spending 40 years or maybe 20 years in prison despite being innocent. Like this is crazy especially in the United States.
Because yeah, I said if the system was 100% accurate, right? If hey, you are definitely found if you did it, but the thing is, there's so much stuff that's like, it's the fact that poor people can't afford a good lawyer, and
Mm.
that's like half the battle, right? If you can get a good lawyer, oh, all of a sudden that first degree murder turns into second degree homicide or second degree manslaughter, and then you're like, oh, it was an accident, and then you're like, okay, I wasn't intending to kill them, and
Mhm.
so. But well, I think Adam, that is it could be an interesting episode. We could talk about the history of capital punishment in Canada. Get and interview some folks too.
Yeah, could get some convict interviews.
We could always it's hey, well, I've been reaching out. I tried to reach out to a French guy
Mhm.
who talked to him about me in French to see if he wanted to come on the show, but he did not respond. So we
Yeah,
could
there.
always get guests.
Mhm. Yeah, and there are some folks who does not respond because I have like low rate of like viewers, like my subscribers are very low. And that's why I'm encouraging everyone to subscribe my channel and share it, like on your social media platform with your family and friends. Get more subscribe and to get me a huge platform to let like big politicians to appear here because
That'd be huge.
yeah. And I always send like this Montreal by-election I sent to liberal NDP conservative green they did not respond, just NDP guy respond, but I sent it twice. Then he said that he cannot appear right now, but he will do it after by-election. I don't think he's going to appear. I don't know, but I don't the chances are low.
That's all right. Oh.
Yeah, I when I have people like you, so I'm fine. And one thing I just want to say here clearly, like my show relaunch. I first man I interview it was Maxime Bernier. I did some interviews on the phone, but never did one-to-one live. So that was first one with Maxime Bernier, but Maxime Bernier was not giving any interviews during that time. You can do some research. You won't find any Maxime Bernier recent interviews. When I did an interview, then many folks approached to Maxime Bernier. I know two people who did an interview with Maxime Bernier after when I did it. Like it seems like I made Maxime Bernier popular, and Maxime Bernier gave me an opportunity to relaunch my show.
It's because you're a brilliant man. What inspired you? Adam asked, what inspired you to start the show, Sami? What made you decide, hey, I'm gonna throw this stuff together and make some magic happen?
So the basic thing is, let me go from my background. Like I have been writing for different outlets from my like from Balochistan where I was born and grown up. like then I moved to Canada, but I was mostly writing about with respect to Balochistan, like there was a Balochistan point. It is also still available online. If you write the Balochistan point, you will find there and find my stories. Then I wrote for them, and then there were some other newspaper too, and there is the local media. Then I was in Saskatoon. I got a opportunity to work for Moose Jaw Today as a freelance journalist. So when I arrived here in Kitchener, Ontario, so I was just, so last time when I'm mixing up everything. Sorry about that. But in 20 in 2020, this is 2023, when I went back to Turbat Balochistan, I was doing nothing. Like then I decided to why shouldn't I start a YouTube channel. So I started this YouTube channel, but there were problems with respect to internet. So internet service is very poor, like making a video, then uploading it takes like too long. It take me like 2 to 3 days just to watch some videos and find out some clips. So it was terrible, like, so then I stopped there. Then I came back in Canada. Then it was in my mind that I have to start something like that. So then I thought, who should I interview? uh, but then I started working. Then I got fired at the work, like Compass Bro back in January of this year. Since then I'm unemployed. So I was doing here and there, trying to applying this job, that job. I decided, oh, why shouldn't I start my YouTube channel? Then I thought, who should I interview? Then I tried like sending. I don't. Yeah, I sent requests to multiple people. Like Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Conservative leader Pierre Pouliot and other leaders. And I also sent it to Maxime Bernier. But I think I first sent it to Maxime Bernier. They did not respond. Then I again responded. So he accepted my request. Then when I did an interview with him, so then I said, this would be the best way, like to make connection and to make content and show people that hey, you can do something like myself. Like, I have the capability of for speaking in English, like as a journalist, you need some basic knowledge and some skills, I think, which I have, and I can show to hiring manager that I have these capabilities. So this thing inspired me. But then when I tried some journalist and political commentator to come up, and I thank them. They gave me opportunities, including Maxime Bernier and also my friend Donovan Eckstrom. Like he also showed up, and some other folks, like when we had Toronto St. Paul's by-election, multiple people showed up on my podcast, and then it kept going. But so then once there was no election, I thought, oh, now what will happen? But another by-election showed up, and Donovan told me, like when I did an interview with Donovan, I thought might be Donovan is done like for one day, but Donovan told me you will appear on post in front of by-election. And that day I was not expecting to do an interview with Donovan, because I went for a job interview. I came back and I saw Donovan email. So Donovan said, hey, are you ready to doing an interview? I said, okay, yeah, let's do it. And that day, then we found out, yeah, let's Donovan said then I realized, yeah, Donovan can be a regular guest, like whenever I don't have any guests, so Donovan will be the perfect one. So we continued, now I'm just growing up, like my audience, and I'm just trying to get up more and more. This is how, and this is this is I confess that I don't have any source of other income. I'm just trying to make YouTube in near future to my source of income, and try to find a job. And I always give my reference to this one if a hiring manager of uh, in journalism field is looking, so I should give these references. That what I did. And thank you so much for the question.
That's a great question. And yeah, no, it's working out great. And I think that stuff like this, right? You keep talking, you're making it, we're learning, we're growing. That's always good. And yeah, you can make something work from this.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful thing.
this is I do. And thank you. I appreciate Donovan who always give me a hand, like whenever I need it.
We're all proud of you, Sami. everybody. The comments, you, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And yeah, and thank you, Adam and Longest Ballot and Thomas and everyone is watching. And always watch and share my videos. Thank you so much, and all the guests who appeared and willing to appear in the future. I'm just wondering, like, if we have like 74 candidate in the longest ballot, if those will appear on my show before the by-election, so that would be big hit.
I'll shake some trees and see what we can do.
I can do, I think, 3 or 4 interviews if can happen like within this. Just we have like 20 days. So 20 divided by 74, it will be like I need to do 4 interviews each day. 4 to 3. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I did yesterday. I did 2 interviews. I did an interview with Victor Lu, like I said, he's former Green Party leader, and also I did an interview with John O'Flynn, like from northern Vancouver, BC. Yeah, we just came. It was just a close call, and I sent an email. He said we will do it next week. Then he said he's available today. I said let's do it.
Yeah, no, good. I think I think you can do it. I think if we get that all there, nice interviews, magic could happen.
Yeah, and the Toronto, like the by-election night will be fun, and it will be challenge for me that I must awake until morning 6 a.m.
It'll be beautiful, Sami. It'll be a beautiful thing.
Yeah, let's see who will join me on that night until 6 a.m.
Oh, you'll be the breaking news. Sami Parvez is the first one to call it.
Yeah.
Particularly if it happens like Toronto, where the Liberal was winning until those last 3 ballots came in, or the last.
Yeah, and it was CBC. Some news now outlet called it out like Liberal will win it, but they were wrong. Like then they changed their red line. Conservative won it, and it was just unexpected. I'm just predicting. So something unexpected should happen in this LaSalle by-election. What would happen if an independent candidate would win, like Donovan?
If I win, I got a year, but Parliament might end. So I would win and then immediately after run again. That would be very funny if that happened. Which good. But I was a member of Parliament for a day. That would be neat.
That will be fun. Yeah, so was like Madam Jody Wilson-Raybould was the first independent candidate in the Parliament history, or no? Like she was.
There might have been one like in 1867. But
there was
like early on. I wonder, independent. Yeah, it looks like there was a couple. There's MLAs.
Thank you, everyone, for watching it and sharing your great.
Yeah, no,
and I love you too. And you said proud of this one. Thank you.
Proud.
Thank you for making me proud.
Proud. Sami, I don't think I have much more. I think we've got a pretty good discussion.
Before going to end it, I need to ask you some would you rather questions. We have this is our fun segment of this show,
We like having fun, Sami. I love having fun. We're all having fun. Fun.
Are you ready to listen this excitement? Is Adam is still watching? Yeah.
He's around. Let's do some would you rathers. You have some would you rathers for me? I'll have to get you.
Huh?
I'll have to make some would you rathers for you next week.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So yes, would you rather? Donovan, would you rather be the Speaker of the House of Commons or the Senate?
Ooh, probably the House of Commons.
Then
I'd be the Speaker of the House of Commons because there's more, a little bit more uproarious. There's usually a little bit more. There's a lot more fun that you would get out of it. I think Senate, being a Speaker of the Senate would be boring. Everybody's kind of lame.
mhm,
Speaker of the House is a lot more giddy.
mhm. And would you be the mayor of Calgary or Toronto?
Calgary or Toronto?
Mhm,
I think I'd be the mayor of Calgary and then get the I would become the mayor of Calgary, get the new stadium built, up like combine McMahon. I would give everything. I get a new ballpark. I would look like the person who reinvigorated Calgary's sports scene. So that would be probably be mayor of Calgary. Toronto is too big. Not
mhm,
really my thing. Be the mayor of Calgary.
mhm. If you have given a chance, would you be the ambassador to China or Russia?
Oh, oh, that's it. That is a this could get me not able to go on planes, Sammy. Uh I would probably be ambassador of China, primarily because I enjoy I find that the architecture would be kind of more. Oh man, what I'm. Hmm. That's tough. It's tough because I think both have architecture that I find interesting.
Mhm,
Um, I think it would be it's a coin flip. China would be a little bit more. There's a little bit less that I know about China, and I think I could learn a little bit.
mhm.
I think I could learn a little bit more with that. And just really quickly, Thomas asks, Donovan would declare Ontario to be unparliamentary language. I would. Ontario, you can't say Ontario in my House of Commons. That is correct.
Why?
Oh, because I would rule. I would. There would be so many things that would be unparliamentary. It would be a delight. I would make. I would be. It would be a thrill, Sammy, to declare. I would declare so many things
Oh boy.
unparliamentary.
Oh boy. So we have another guy. I like this part. Would you rather? Thank you,
It's a
being
good part. The would you rather is amazing. We need more. I
thank
think we
you.
need to have Sammy. I think this is a thing for next time. I think we should have little games in between. We talk serious, then we have a game.
Mhm.
We have a thing, and then
Yeah.
we end
So,
the game. I
so
think
I'm
it's
still not done. I'm still not done with our would you rather.
oh, let's go. Next one.
Okay, would you rather be the vice president of the United States or deputy prime minister of Canada?
Ooh. I said this the last time because you asked if I want to be president or prime, and I think I would rather be president. And I
Yes.
think I would run that with vice president as well,
Mhm.
primarily because you get to hang you being a vice president, you get to be amongst such great vice presidents as Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, all
Mhm.
these folks that were VPs, and then Donovan Eckstrom would be there. And then I think you get to like, I don't know, vice president seems really easy. Seems like there's a lot of walking around. You get to go on to TV shows. People
Mhm.
kind of know who you are. There's like
Mhm.
it's like less pressure. And then if the president dies, then you become president of
Mhm.
the free world. So I think that would be a way to go.
Mhm. What would you be if you were not a teacher?
What would I be if I was not a teacher? Probably I'd probably go into the radio DJ. Uh, I'd follow your footsteps, Sammy. I'd have a little show. I think that's what I would do because I admire you, and I think that is the way to go.
Okay, thank you so much. It's my honor that you admire me. Yeah, I admire you, sir. You are always kind and generous.
Oh, thank you, Sammy. You're fine and generous too. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too, sir. Okay, that's great. And need to mix the fun in. Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. I think we should finish it from here because we took more time and we have never been for over 90 minutes and we were just always been just around hour. But it is all just your love and devotion to us to keep it going.
Love it. And yeah, I think next we're getting it. The format's starting to mold, right? We're starting to get somewhere. Maybe yeah, a little bit of fun intermingled next time. But I think for a first episode, Sammy, I think this
Yeah,
was really good. I think
yeah.
this was really good. I feel
Mhm,
pretty good. Be
mhm.
excited.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Donovan, and all the fans, Adam, Thomas, and anyone else. I did not name it. And thank you. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.